Hi folks, welcome back. Thank you for watching. Please do hit subscribe if you haven't done so yet. It really does help when you do that. So today folks, I've got a really interesting pedal to show you from Jim Hagerman over in Hawaii. Now I've demoed quite a lot of Hagerman pedals on this channel, the Black Silicon series pedals and the Big Blue Tube Overdrive. But today's pedal is a little bit different. This here is the valve. Now as you will see, it has a 12AU7 tube in it. But unlike the Blue Tube Overdrive, which runs its 12AX7 at proper high voltage, just like it would be in a guitar amplifier, this pedal runs the AU7 at starved plate voltage. Now, many people have tried this over the years with differing levels of success, but this pedal is a very warm, very fat boost. It gives you 20 dBs of level. Now, running at starved plate voltage usually gives you a very sort of spitty sound, but this pedal doesn't really do that sort of misbehaving thing. It just gives you a very nice, fat, squishy boost, which is great for pushing your amp into overdrive. Now it does shelve off quite a lot of high end, but if you set your amp really clean for a nice sort of spanky clean sound, and then you want to really fatten it up and boost it without those abrasive top frequencies becoming problematic, this is the pedal for the job. Now this runs on only 135 milliamps worth of 9-volt power, so you can use a standard power adapter. You don't need anything special even though it's got a tube in it. But also this works incredibly well on bass. So today I'm going to show you both of those things. First and foremost, I'm going to use my Dr. ZZ Rec, and I'm going to set it pretty thin and clean and chimey, like an amazing sort of glassy clean tone. But then when you want to boost into an amp that's set bright, a lot of pedals can run into problems because of those high frequencies. So I'm going to use the valve to tame the top end of my amp. But then I'm going to show you how it works on bass. Now, because it's boosting the level, into an amp you can drive the tubes and it sounds glorious. Into a preamp with a bass, you're just going to make it louder as well as getting the tube character. So I'm going to normalize the levels. I'll show you the sort of the pure bass sound and the sound of the bass going through the valve, but kind of at equal volume, so we can compare what the tube in this pedal is actually doing rather than just making it 15 dB louder or whatever it is. So I'll show you on screen when I'm doing that. But without further ado, folks, here we go. So there we are, folks. Now please do comment underneath, let me know what you thought of the Valve today. Did you like it on guitar? Did you prefer it on bass? I love chatting nerdy guitar stuff with you folks down in the comments section. Now, going into the guitar amp, as I said in the intro, it does shelve off quite a lot of high end, and it does really thicken out the low end and the low mids. So as advertised, it's a very warm, very fat boost. Now, if you have your amp set for a nice glassy clean tone like I did today, boosting into that with a full frequency boost can cause problems with that high end. So shelving it off and fattening an otherwise thin amp out, this pedal does that incredibly well. It's not a boost for every application, but for the right application, it really can't be beaten. But where it shines for me is on bass. And this is going to quickly become my go-to bass preamp pedal. Because when you play bass with a pick like I do, because I'm a dumb guitarist and I'm not a bassist at all, you want the high end rolled off, you want the low end fattened out, and you want a subtle compression across the whole thing and a bit of analog character to it. And that is exactly what this pedal does. So I absolutely love it on bass. Now, as I said in the intro, I did normalize the levels because with, I think it was 12 dBs worth of boost measured in Pro Tools, the clean signal versus the pedal signal was hugely loud. So I did equal them out so we can compare the fundamental EQ and tone and character more so than just a massive level jump. But it really does fatten things out, and it turns an otherwise plinky picked bass into just a rock bass sound, and I love it for that. So that's where I think this pedal really shines, is on bass. But please do let me know your thoughts, folks. I love hearing from you guys and finding out what you think about all this sort of stuff down in the comments section. But for now, thank you ever so much for watching. Please do hit subscribe. I know I always say it, but it makes a huge difference when you do that. I hope this video was interesting and useful for you, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.